The little Tig that we got from Matthew about 2 months ago has added, I want to say almost 4 inches. He's 10 inches right now. He was 6 or 7 when we got him. He's been eating very well. He's likes pellets, takes pellets very well as anything meaty. The reason I have to take him out of the 240 where he was at is because I have a reason to believe he's been taking some unhealthy interest in the smallest giant Siamese glass catfish, the one in the back. We have 5 and this is the smallest. The bigger ones, everybody else is much bigger and they've been okay. And he also, I think, harassed a little bit the smaller Chinese hifin loach, which is also from Matthew. That rip in the tail fin, I think it's the work of the Tig. Nobody else would probably have done it. And I see that this fish feeds less and more stressed. So I've decided, pardon the dust, I just had to catch him in here. So I've decided to take him out. And for now try it here with Sharky the black shark, the aggressive common pleco, and the 2 gars, which are smaller. This is the same system of 6 tanks, so we're going to dump in there right with the water. There it goes. He didn't like me catching him and was going left and right, hitting the walls, bumping into walls across the tank. Like he went 10 or 15 times back and forth until he got winded and gave up. So I was able to catch him easier. So you see his snout is a little bruised and there is scuff marks on the top of the snout. Well, I think he has a good chance of being okay here. If not, we're gonna put him in a different one. But this should be, for starters, this should be a good match for him. The gars shouldn't bother him, he's too big for them. And my biggest concern is Sharky. If Sharky the black shark decides to that he doesn't like him, that would be a problem for any fish, because this tank is too small, and shark can be, and the black shark can be aggressive in it. I just dropped here the driftwood as well for the Tiggy to hide in. He likes to hide. He's still too small. So at that size, they like to hide a lot. When they're big, when they get big, they don't stop caring about hiding. And it should give him some space away from Sharky also, so Sharky doesn't bother him too much. We'll keep a close watch. All right. Hopefully, we'll have more peace in here. For the glass catfish and for the, yeah, see that bruise also on the lower lip. Almost in the year that we had this catfish, I've never seen it before. It just occurred. And the left eye is slightly cloudy. So it was either running away from Tiggy, or something spooked it, or maybe Tiggy got him a little bit on the mouth, as he got the Chinese hifin on the tail. Anyhow, we'll see. If the damage continues, then it wasn't Tiggy, of course. If it stops, then it was. The bigger hifin is doing okay. No damage on him because him or her, because it is too big. I've noticed the pleco doesn't like Tiggy. He doesn't like, I guess, any newcomers. Or not so much that he doesn't like him, he just shows them who's the boss. Tiggy was in that other corner where the pleco is now, and the pleco came there and pushed him out. Shoved him out of there with his prickly fins. And used its body as well. Just like he's doing right now. Like saying, get out of my space. Tiggy is giving it a little bit of fight, but he has no chance against this armored, spiky war machine of a pleco. I think Sharky decided to check it out as well. What's happening? Sharks have excellent vision. He's looking at me right now, skewing his eyes to the back. He always knows where I am and what I'm doing, and adjusts his behavior accordingly. There's the pleco showing a little bit of dominance to Sharky. Pushing and munching on his tail, like, you get out of my space too. Yeah, the pleco's riled up a little bit. It's been a while since I've seen him push around Sharky. Maybe you will like the wood and come down a little bit. All the fins are spread out. It's a sign of agitation. Trying to say is that the black shark stops behaving naturally, which is why it's hard to film it and show its natural behavior because of its excellent vision and high IQ. It understands who I am and that I'm doing something unusual outside of the tank, and it changes its natural behavior, becomes apprehensive and even shy. Yes, I'm talking about you. Sharky sees the camera and the flashing light, everything. And he's trying to process what's happening. Is it a good sign or a bad sign? But I'll be just cautious in case this means anything. Unfavorable. If you notice, Tiggy's got a bit of a camel face already forming, that rounded top of the snout. That tells me this is not a wild-caught fish. This kind of defect prevails in the tiger shovelnose that are cultured in captivity, either for food or for the aquarium trade. The snout should be straight, the line should be straight, and he's got rolling, he's got his top of the top line rolling down. So it happens for two reasons: either the fish, when it was younger, has been hitting the wall very hard and damaged the snout, or I also believe this usually genetic, due to artificial breeding. Plenty of defects abound in the tiger shovelnose and other fish which are bred artificially. This rolling down of the snout can take various forms and intensities. I mean, sometimes it's really severe, other times it's barely noticeable. But in all these cases, at least it tells me that this is not a wild-caught fish, that's for sure. And I don't know why would anybody even bother trying to catch a tiger shovelnose from the wild if you can get them from the farms, a dime a dozen. The bruised snout on the small glass catfish. Viktor just nudged him, Tiggy, and Tiggy went up.